Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Men in Black International. This is a 2019 film. I just came from the theater and saw it, enjoyed it. It's rated PG-13. It runs almost 2 hours, hour and 55 minutes. It's directed by Gary Gray. It stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Rebecca Ferguson, Raphael Spall, and Laurent Burgoy. The Men in Black have always protected the Earth from the scum of the universe. In this new adventure, they tackle their biggest, most global threat to date, a mole in the Men in Black organization. Men in Black International. Well, like I said, I enjoyed this. I didn't know what I was going to encounter, even though we've seen almost the whole movie in the previews, which always sucks. But there were two like trailer commercial scenes in this movie that weren't anything else except what we saw in the commercial. But they didn't give too much away. Nothing really, affected the movie, me seeing all these previews over and over and over and over again. So that at least had it going for it. Like there's a lot to this movie, and the stuff that I saw in previews didn't give away the whole bag. So that's good. Um, we'll start with the actors. Chris Hemsworth comes off as kind of a easy character to play. We'll call it that. I don't think he tried very hard to fill this role. I don't think he tried very hard to imagine what this character would do. His serious moments weren't very serious. Like, come on, Chris, step it up. Really, just that's all I was thinking. Watching him was kind of pathetic. Like, oh, you got this big role in this big movie. That's exactly what it seems like. It doesn't seem like he wanted to really try all that hard to make it better. He knew it was a big role. That's what it felt like. His counterpart is very good. I thought she might play her role better because she is very new to all this. And by about the half hour mark, it seems like she's a seasoned pro. She's not surprised by anything the rest of the movie. And, all this stuff that happens, almost people are leaning on her. So I think she could have been a way better actor in this. I think maybe she got directed to just have fun with it, and people weren't paying attention to details like don't act like you've seen that gun before, or oh, you know what to do as soon as Chris Hemsworth tells you to get a gun from the car. It's like, there's just the direction of, what her character should be acting like. Will Smith was freaked out the first Men in Black movie that ever existed. He didn't know what was going on. He walked past an alien. He's like, What's that thing?" So we got that reaction back in the old days. But this movie was like, "Oh, we'll just bypass that and make her a seasoned pro." Because I guess she needed to be. So the situation calls for it. So she acted like that. Mr. Liam Neeson. I'm glad that he was in this, and I think he was pretty good. I feel sorry for him because his character is so transparent and it's so obvious what's going to happen. But what are you going to do? You can't do much with that. And you're just lucky to have someone like Liam Neeson on this project because I think he was good. He felt the emotional barrier enough, and he fulfilled his leadership role enough to make it, kind of a mediocre Liam Neeson performance. But then what happens with him is amazing. So I say props to him. I mean, I was just glad to see him, to be honest. So uh, I guess we'll get to the action. It was fine. Uh, Nothing I haven't seen before, but I was thrown for a couple surprises. There was a couple of things with these supposed bad guys. I won't say anything more. And I thought those graphics were very cool. The way that their eyes lit up and the way the smoke surrounded them. But when you get into a Men in Black universe, a lot of things don't make sense. I mean, why they're able to jump, to any single place, but then they're chasing somebody. That didn't make any sense. And a lot of stuff. I don't want to sit here and nitpick because honestly, when I was watching this movie, I felt like I could nitpick so many things. And I know some people out there will be doing that, just picking this apart. But that was the most obvious one, was with the supposed bad guys in this movie. And I liked all the graphics. I liked all the visual effects. Everything, was very well done. A lot of the aliens looked really cool. The humor was there. Threw me a couple surprises here and there, just to keep it fresh. I don't feel like it was really funny. I just felt like it was smart. And so I appreciate that kind of humor, really, honestly, other than just throwing out a bunch of stuff and hoping people laugh. That just gets embarrassing. That leads me to a very good point that this is a very well done movie. I felt like the whole time I was watching that it was a little silly and I felt a little sorry for people and the acting was just a little off, but everything was flowing. There was a storyline. There was things to do. There was things to grab our attention. There's one huge thing going on and that controlled all these other things. We got a little bit backstory of why we were going to this place, and we got some history lesson, and we got a big shocker at the end, even though it wasn't that big a shocker for anybody with half a brain. But I think that this was a well done movie. I really do. I felt it was very professional. It was very much in the feel of a Men in Black situation. I just wish that the girl would have acted more like a rookie. I wish Chris would have acted a little bit more professional instead of just some frat boy. We'll call it that. And I just wish that it wasn't as much as predictable as it was. But otherwise, it was a very well done film. I liked it a lot, and I think there's a lot going for this. I don't think it was anything compared to the originals, and I will always believe that. And but I don't think this was bad. I really don't. I liked it, most aspects of it, and I enjoy the fact, I think, that there will be another one. I don't see Chris Hemsworth being a part of it, but who knows? Um, I I appreciate the fact that this movie thought it could be good going over to the situation in London. I kind of would have appreciated it being the second film instead of the first, but that's what we get. So, but this will be good. It's development. It's moving forward with maybe a little bit more knowledge about what's going on, but we still have stuff from the past, and I think it was a way. I think it was a well done movie. I really do. I'm going to give Men in Black International a B. I think it allows for the second one to either impress or really disappoint compared to this. And I think the B grade is fair because of things that I was disappointed with. But I could watch this movie again if it was like on TV or something. Or don't go out of your way to see this unless they make a trilogy out of it. Then you will probably have to see the first one to see the second one and see the first one to explain some things in the third one. But I really think that this was an okay movie and better than people are probably going to say. And I think the B grade is fair. So check it out for yourself. If you're going to go to theater, maybe go to a time that's a little cheaper. And if you're going to buy it, make sure you know what you're getting into, in the future. I don't know if I'm going to want to rewatch this again and again, but I could see it again sometime down the road. And so Just a quick little thing here at the end. Uh, I had some people going in and out of my theater. I had people on their phones. I had somebody talking during the previews. Uh, just every once in a while, I feel like I need a disclaimer that be polite in the theater. Not too many people go to the theater anymore. They feel like it's a waste of time, money, etc. And us that go to the theater, you included, want to enjoy yourself. You want it to be respectful and a time that you can get away for 2 hours, especially if you spend like $60 for your family or something. So be polite to those around you. During the previews, whatever. Some people enjoy them, so try and be quiet. But if you're on your phone, at least get off your phone after the previews are done. So just be polite, be courteous, think about what you're doing and how it might affect people around you. I kind of had to say something out loud, and I never do that. So for me to get to that point just shows you that maybe we need a little bit reminder here sometimes that some people can be off their phones. Some people you can talk a little quieter, but just be respectful. But that didn't ruin my experience with Men in Black International. I really still liked the whole movie. I thought the ending was okay, so I'm gonna give a B to Men in Black International. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thanks.